Welcome, Scorpio, to my channel, Mending Tree Tarot. This is a general reading for the month of September for you. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. So just please take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. I take pop-outs, so for this reason, I have already cleansed, meditated, shuffled, chosen those cards in order to be a little bit more efficient here for you. As I lay out what came up for you this month, I'm just going to say, just be careful. There are scammers that are out there. So make sure that you're just following the correct links for the people that it is that you actually would like to support and follow. And that being said, I do not have any social media or anything like that linked with this account. So I myself will never reach out to you asking for if you'd like a personal reading or if or directly for money in that way. So I do have a link down below for donations, but that is the only way, okay? So keeping all of that in mind, getting into your reading here, I've chosen some oracle cards just to get a general feel of the reading for you, and then I have some tarot for the oracle. I'm using the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And the first card that came out for you was number 37, which is the Magician's Sword, Confidence in Your Magic. So what's really important here is that the sword is not meant as a weapon. It is a tool and is almost for you to be used in a surgical way to cut out what does not serve you and is not beneficial for you. So whatever you see that's toxic, any kind of connections between you and someone else that may be toxic, for you to cut those cords, to cut out the things in your life that it is that you don't want. It is to help you create the space and the connections that you want, and to keep those things and to get rid of all the other things that do not serve you, right? So very important. It is an ability and a power that you have that is to be wielded wisely and to be used as a surgical tool rather than a weapon, okay? And then we have number 15, Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. This card ends up talking a lot about chaos and conflict, and out of that, there is this amazing sifting, clarity that comes through this chaos that is occurring around you or inside of you. And it may be some difficult times that you're seeing, and it may be that you're kind of in the middle of somebody else's fight this moment in time. And in that, you're kind of staying cool and kind of calm and grounded within it, because that you need to kind of stay centered. That's kind of what's being asked of you at this time. But the benefit that you need to know to whatever craziness is going on around you, or even perhaps turmoil inside of you at this moment in time, there is a clarity that's going to come from it, not in this moment, but when things settle down, is going to make it very, very clear about the situation, what it is that you need to take from it, what it is that you need to know, information that needs to become apparent, whatever it is that needs more clarity in the situation is going to come, and it's going to become very clear only because of the chaos that is occurring, right? And then you got Crown Games, right use of power, number 8. So this is saying that you're in a position where you're in a position of power, whether you realize it or not. And power is to be used, much like the Magician's Sword, but wisely. And knowing that having power and the best way to use it and to wield it as people vie for power is actually to work in the highest good for everyone's benefit, right? So it's not forcing anyone to do anything. It's not showing your aggressiveness. It's not showing your power. It's not imposing yourself on anybody else. It's allowing others to be who they are, and at the same time supporting those and being more of an uplifting and support to people, and kind of a quiet calmness of strength and stability that is is kind of showing. So it's about, again, you being judicious. Your whole reading is kind of talking about that there's something that's going on, and that you're kind of sitting in the middle of. And you may have the ability to make some real impacts here. And this is saying just be careful on how you do that and make sure that you're working in the highest good in whatever it is that you do, because you actually have a lot of power in this scenario, whether you have a dog in this fight or not. Okay, it's yeah. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. This is saying that instead of necessarily carving out a whole new path, this may be a new journey for you and a new direction that you're going, but that they're to look at those who have gone before you and how they, what steps they've taken towards success. And so to look at those that have been successful in whatever direction is that you're trying to go, and to kind of look at how they were successful in that. Okay, so that there is a kind of map for what it is that you're trying to achieve here. There is something like that that's there for you to look at, which is great, because a lot of the other cards end up talking about carving a new path, a new way of being, not doing things how you've done them before. And it looks like you are choosing a different direction than how you've done it before, but at the same time, because you've never done it, you don't know how this is supposed to go. And the good news is that it's telling you that there are people who have done this before. So, you know, take a look and do your research there. Okay, getting into the tarot here, we have the Four of Cups and we have the Three of Cups. So something that you've been, you know, the universe is offering you a gift and you're just kind of like, great, that's awesome. Like kind of complacent, kind of depressed, and not, you know, really kind of bored and not happy with the options that are being presented to you in this moment in time. And then we have the Three of Cups. So this can be, it is a card of celebration. It is that, but I'm seeing this more as a third party scenario. Now, this is not to say this is necessarily in a romantic relationship. I'm seeing this as you are dealing with two different groups of people, or two different people, and that this chaos that's going on around you is actually from these two other people that are kind of fighting. And this can be friends of yours, these can be people that you work with, this can be whatever. And that in a way you're kind of stuck in the middle of two people that you care about and that you have respect for. I'm not seeing this personally. The energy that I'm getting is not necessarily like a romantic third party scenario. This is more kind of you being stuck in the middle of two other people's fight. Okay, which is unusual. I don't normally get that from this card, but that's what I'm getting here. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Justice in reverse for the now position. And so you are having some real success and abundance in your life with, you know, you have dogs, you have just some real stability that you're creating for yourself, and loyalty that is all kind of a part of this. Something that's kind of coming through, having to do with like your home is what I'm being told, having to do with like your living situation. There's some real stability and forward movement. So I don't know if it's that you had wanted to purchase a home or sell your home, and that you're gaining money from that, but that things for you personally are actually looking really good, that you're seeing some real stability. However, the other thing that's going on right now with the Justice in reverse is that there is, again, an injustice that you see is being done. There's something that you don't agree with. There's something that's not in balance. A lot of other parts of your life are stable and doing well right now, but there's one thing in particular that's really standing out to you that you do not agree with. There's some kind of argument, some kind of fight that's going on, and you do not see it as being fair or right. And I think you don't necessarily know whose side. You don't really know who's right or wrong. I think what you're kind of seeing is that both parties have a legitimate reason to be upset, and also are not altogether in the right either themselves. So this is really kind of what's standing out to me here. In your future outcome, we have the Emperor, and so far I have to say, with every reading that I've done for the month of September, everybody has gotten the Emperor in their reading. And then you have the Death in reverse here. So what I see here in the Emperor, again with the Crown Games, this is a connection that's really kind of being pointed out to me. You are really kind of standing in your strength and stability, and you have a real authority. That people are looking to you for what it is that you think, your feelings on a situation, wanting you to maybe pick a side one way or the other. And I think that you, for yourself, are making decisions on what you think is the right thing to do or the right direction to go. And but with the Death card here in reverse, this also means that there's some kind of change that is either being avoided, or that perhaps it is that you choose a side, that you're choosing who you feel is correct, depending on, with everything else that I'm getting in this reading, that you understand that you're choosing a side, and that one party is not going to be happy, or maybe both parties are unhappy. Perhaps you decide to side with neither side, and basically to not pick a side, and through that, you know that people are going to be upset about this. But I think there's a large part of you, although you care, you also are going to be strong in your convictions and what it is that you feel is right. It's really important to you to stand in integrity here. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Very specific reading. This may not resonate for everybody. If it does, I hope it's beneficial. I do want to pull an oracle card for you. I'm going to use Doreen Virtue's Archangel Michael deck here. Thank you, Archangel Michael. What advice do you have for Scorpio for the month of September, please? Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. That seems pretty apropos for your reading. But I'm going to read from the book. So you get a very clear picture of potential meaning for you. Archangel Michael knows that you're feeling uncertain or confused, so he's sending this card to you as verification that you are hearing him accurately, through your thoughts, ideas, and feelings. You've recently felt the urge to take action, but may have hesitated for fear of making the wrong move. This card confirms that it's safe to move forward with those changes. Other meanings can be, your new idea is the answer to your prayer, so act upon it. The feelings you've been receiving are valid. If you're not trusting a person or situation, pay attention to those feelings. You're being led by inner guidance, even if you can't see where it's taking you. Follow it anyway. And the prayer here is, please help me clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine guidance that I have asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. Okay? I hope you found that helpful, Scorpio, and I thank you so much for joining me here today. I am truly grateful. And for more clarification, please check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. There will be a pick a card option once I finish with all the signs as well. So if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel, and it lets me know that it resonates with you. Down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. It is not expected, but genuinely appreciated if you decide to. Thank you so much, Scorpio, and I will see you next time.